Hello, you're listening to Reviewing History, your comedy history podcast. I'm filmmaker and teacher Brian Rupert, joined here by...
As always, Stephen Eglacker.
And G.
Yo.
We are your number one wholesome family entertainment comedy history podcast.
Well, there's a baby.
There's a child here.
Baby. So young. Yeah,
so lethal.
Say
Babies.
hi. Say
Doing
hi.
a little wave.
What does Gene Simmons do?
He roars.
He does a bit. All right,
A
you
little
want to go to
bit.
mommy?
Hi. Oh, we
I
gotta
thought-
watch out for that light.
I thought it would be very wholesome and appropriate.
She's walking
She's
well.
walking, yeah. I thought it would be appropriate to have my baby kickstart the episode where we talk about America's favorite serial killer, Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
I
definitely
think
a
he
good
is
start.
America's most beloved serial killer, right?
Well, he didn't kill
100%.
children for the most part.
Yes,
he has a
did.
couple.
I think
under
there's
his belt.
one.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So, okay. We'll get into that too.
What? 12.
12.
A 12-year-old,
Yeah.
but
You're a woman. You must know about murderers. You want to join us?
My wife says she knows a bit about Ted.
So,
Old handsome Ted.
the
Can
movie.
you shut the door, please, Alessandra?
Thank you.
Bye.
The
Bye,
movie.
Alice. Yeah.
Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile.
The most complicated name for a
Worst
movie
name for a
ever.
movie ever.
So complicated, but it makes sense because that's what was said to him at his sentencing.
Yeah, but why does that have to be the name of the movie?
It doesn't. It
It's a
shouldn't
bad
have
choice.
been. It was a bad choice. I have to look at it every time to say it because I can't remember it. I
Mm.
was spelling it wrong. I was like, something wicked is there. I don't know. And I,
This movie is oddly star-studded.
yes.
I mean, I think it was a big deal when it came out.
I
You
never
know,
heard of
people
it.
were excited for it.
Didn't
a
know
lot
about
of people love this movie.
it. Told my wife we were watching this. She knew everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like behind the scenes.
Like knew about controversy that was
Yep.
like following the film and backlash.
Women love serial killers. I don't know
Every
why.
woman in the world
love it.
loves this shit.
Love it.
My wife watches true crime stuff all
Mhm.
the time.
I don't know why.
I always think she's like secretly plotting my murder.
She's probably is.
I mean, I wouldn't blame her. I'm quite annoying.
Mm.
We're publicly plotting it, so I can imagine
the
what she.
open.
I can imagine what she's
We've
doing.
hired a hitman, like
Yeah.
the guy from fucking what's that band?
The band hired him.
Yeah,
Oh, Kill Switch Engage, right?
Is it Kill Switch? It's like something like that.
Not All That Remains.
No, that guy's on a podcast.
No.
Is it
It's one Kill Switch.
Avenged Sevenfold?
No. Ah, fuck.
The
This is driving me nuts.
guy hired a hitman to kill his wife.
Woof.
And he got caught because the hitman was a Fed.
As I Lay Dying.
As I lay dying. yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel
actually
like
own
every
it now.
hitman
I
is
own,
just a
like-
Fed.
I can't think of anyone who's ever hired a hitman. And
The
it wasn't
mafia.
a Fed.
The mafia.
Other than the
did.
mafia, but like
Yeah.
every story you hear is like they tried to hire a hitman.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It was a cop.
yeah. If you're a civilian and you're
I
trying
worked
to
for
hire
Mrs.
someone,
Gucci.
you're stupid.
It didn't work for her.
Well, she got a
Yeah.
shitty hitman.
Yeah, I mean he
who
did.
was a pizza man.
He did kill the guy.
Yeah, it worked.
Don't feed me shit and tell me
Oh,
it's
Paolo's
chocolate.
here. Is that Paolo?
Paolo, yeah.
You married a gooch.
You marry a
You married a
gooch.
gooch.
That's a classic reviewing history
Yeah,
episode.
bringing it back. Bringing it back.
Yeah, As I Lay Dying. I actually
I own
liked
2
one of
albums
their
from
songs.
them. Yeah, I actually
yeah, was
don't
it-
mind that band. At all.
Forever.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like their big thing.
There's a couple of good ones in that album.
Mm.
Yeah. So this is 2019. Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. Very
plays
handsome.
an
Heartthrob.
amazing.
Found out his jaw fell off today.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? he was like
He was doing the
Watusi?
not the Watusi, he was doing the risky business
Yeah.
thing.
He was
Yeah.
wearing
Sliding.
socks on the linoleum
Yeah.
floor or something.
Sliding, yeah.
he slipped in his underwear and just bashed his head.
He
on a
broke his
fucking
handsome,
corner.
perfect face.
Yeah.
Which was a true like
Staple.
loss for
It was a
everybody.
loss for the ladies.
Yeah. And the men.
He was beloved, right? Everybody liked him?
I think he was a
people still
really
do.
well liked guy.
I think people.
I
still do.
wrote a serial killer movie in like 2012, 13.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you did.
yeah.
He was the guy.
You wanted him to play?
That was like you know, you always like obviously I would never be able to get Zac Efron,
Mhm.
but in my head that was like my dream casting was
Well,
him
now
as
that he fucked
guy.
up his jaw, you might be able to.
Well, no, he's too old, right?
Yeah, I don't think he could play like a 19-year-old serial killer anymore.
Can always change it. Yeah, he
This is a movie.
did well in this. I gotta say,
I don't know who directed it,
Joe Berlinger.
but I was gonna say this is a movie by women for women. This is the memoirs.
Boo.
Yeah, it's based on the memoirs of
Liz
his
Kendall.
girlfriend. Yeah.
Yes, it's based on a book which is out of print called The Phantom Prince, My Life with Ted Bundy by Elizabeth Kendall, which is her pen name and the name used in the movie. It is not her real name.
Mhm.
Right.
Played by Lilly Collins, Phil Collins' daughter.
So hot.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, this
Lily
movie is
Collins.
mad
This
prog.
movie's fucking awesome.
This movie's mad prog.
She did a great job too. Because from what I understand,
She has an invisible touch.
the real story behind
She
her
loves
is
Susudio.
she loved him until he died. She was
Who?
like she loved Ted until he died.
No,
You
she
think-
didn't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like
I think you're thinking of the other girl,
Carol Ann,
Carol Ann.
who had his kid.
maybe.
And she was eventually betrayed and like kind of didn't talk to him the last 2 years of his life.
Oh, we'll get into it then.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's women love this shit.
She's proud royalty too, though, Lily Collins.
Why is that?
Her father's fucking.
Well, that don't make her royalty.
She's-
Royalty.
She's
Wow.
connected.
She's connected.
Do you think she has ever
It's
listened?
not like she's Melanie Gabriel where she's doing the fucking songs with him.
She's not walking upside down.
Yeah,
on a
she's
ceiling.
exactly. She's
You
not
know what I mean?
downside
Yeah,
up.
she's not
do you
downside
think she's went to a modern
You gotta
Phil
show a clip of
Collins
that,
show
by the
where he
way.
sits in the chair?
I'm sure she has.
Those
Remember
are.
when we saw his son?
We saw Phil Collins.
We saw Phil Collins' son open for Marillion.
Really?
You would.
Yes, at the Marillion weekend. I believe it was 2014.
He
Something like
wasn't
that.
in a band. He was solo.
He was in a band.
It wasn't
he was-
San Domingo, right?
No, it wasn't San Domingo. I know we've seen San Domingo 800 times.
Yeah.
One of the most
San
boring
Domingo.
bands.
They fucking always open for Marillion. It's always like,
San
oh my
Domingo
fucking
and
God.
John
Here we go
Wesley.
Yeah.
John Wesley solo. Fucking boring the crowd to death.
It's like, oh my God, why do we have to sit through this? It's a nap time.
You too. You too.
San Domingo's actually not that bad.
It's just, I don't need to see them open 3 nights in a row
Mhm.
before Marillion.
You two have always been 50 years old. You know that?
Always.
You-
Yeah.
I've been 50 years old since I was 10.
All right. But Lily Collins, do you think she has listened? I'm sure she's heard some of her father's big 80s hits.
Who hasn't?
Yeah.
But do you think she has ever listened to any of the old Genesis shit?
Of
The
course.
actual prog
Why not?
shit?
Why not?
You
Why
think she
not?
has?
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah. Why?
I'm sure it's in the house.
Yeah.
'Cause
Exactly.
she's
He's
a
fucking playing musical
oh, you think
box.
he's playing his own
His
shit?
own stuff constantly. Yeah.
Listen to this song about Peter Gabriel as a creepy old ghost.
He used to do that. In fact, they've done it live recently. Phil.
Really?
They've done musical box and broken out when I say recently, I mean like the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
How are we talking about this?
Well, it's his daughter.
We're supposed to talk about
Daughter,
Ted
yeah.
Bundy.
She was a great actress in this.
She is.
Yeah. I think a lot of this was
I thought everybody was good. I liked this movie.
It was
Yeah, me
fine.
too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've seen it before. I saw it when it came out.
Did you?
I really like
Yeah.
how it's portrayed.
Well, it's from the perspective of the girl.
Yes.
So that we don't see any of the murders.
There's not a single murder.
Right.
And I love it.
And it's like you're supposed to almost be rooting for Ted.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
don't think you're supposed to be rooting for Ted.
It's supposed to be up in the air.
Yeah.
I think the
It's
movie
questionable.
wants you to believe that maybe he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Until the end, where it's supposed to be a gut punch, but like
Mhm.
anybody watching this shit
Knows who Ted Bundy
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Now, there's another Bundy movie just called Bundy, which I watched too.
I have not seen it, but a guy at work was talking to me about it. And he said it's like brutal as fuck.
It's
Mhm.
way more.
realistic with the murders.
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah.
Evil.
It's actually like showing the
Well,
kills.
it's from his perspective, not
Right.
from hers.
You know, it's all the crime stuff, whereas this is
And
more
apparently
focused
there's,
on the
like-
legal aspect.
There's violent sexual shit in that movie, whereas in this movie there's none of that. He's kind of
Yeah. This wasn't made because it's on Netflix. You can't put.
that's what I'm saying. It's for women.
Yeah. You
It's
really
for women to
can't
be like
market
Ted
that.
Bundy's dreamy. I'm in love with him.
It's Zac
Yeah.
Efron.
It's Zac Efron.
Well, here's the thing. When the trial was
Because
happening,
women want to fuck serial killers, and I don't know why.
the interview scene in this,
Dangerous.
the interview scene in this, when they're like interviewing women, and they're like, "Oh, he's dreamy."
Yeah.
That was the real
real
consensus.
people,
That was
yeah.
like
No, there's people who had
people
that. Yeah.
were like, "He's a dreamboat.
Consensus
He's not
is
a
the
murderer."
wrong word because that implies it's most women. I don't think it is.
I think
th-
most women were like,
Most women
"He's
are
attractive.
intrigued.
He's
I
attractive.
don't think they're
and
like
he doesn't
in love
seem-
with him.
No, they were like, "He's attractive," and like he doesn't seem like a murderer.
Yeah, a lot of women were like,
They were like that, dude.
he's a handsome guy. You know, he wouldn't do
You're a
that.
handsome man, Mr. Garrison.
But yeah, the movie kind of glosses over all his crimes, and it's more focused on the relationship stuff and the courtroom stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I think a part of that is like, even this movie getting made, there was this pushback which occurred, which is like, this is exploitative to make a movie about like a serial killer who killed people.
You know what's funny about the movie, and I'm realizing this now just thinking about it. You only see him in situations that she would know about.
Yes, it's from her perspective.
Like when he escapes from prison, you see him escape, and then you don't see him again until he gets caught. You know?
I would say this. If you didn't know who Ted Bundy was, and you watched this movie, and this is your first introduction, you were leaving saying, I don't know if he fucking did that or not, or if he's just making her feel better. That's the perspective.
Well, no, the movie does conclusively answer it by the end.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Hacksaw.
How do you know he wasn't writing that just to let her go?
Well, he confesses to all of it before he dies.
We know that. I'm saying if you don't know anything about
what's in the movie,
Ted Bundy,
They say it.
They say the reality of it. Yeah.
I think if you show it to someone blind, it can keep them kind of
up in the air until the final moments of the film.
And it could easily just be like he's just confessing because he was destroyed, you know? Like you could easily play that angle. We just have the knowledge that he's a fucking violent murderer.
So who is Ted Bundy, Brian?
Ted Bundy is a serial killer, known for being handsome and charming. Actually, I believe Hannibal Lecter was kind of based on him.
Think so?
Yeah, and the movie kind of
such a handsome fella.
Charming, smart, handsome.
Well, I think
law student.
I think it's actually because he did assist the FBI with some cases afterwards.
Did he really?
I believe they brought him like files, just like Lecter, and they would ask for his perspective on different things, and he would give them because he kind of knew like how fucked up he was.
This also downplays a lot of
it glosses over so much.
It's insane how much it doesn't touch, but it's necessary.
So the movie begins in 1969, where they meet each other in a bar.
Yeah, nice little.
She's out with a friend.
You never want to do that. You never want. Oh wait,
is that how you met your wife?
Yeah.
What happened?
I met her in a bar.
You do go to Colorado and Utah a lot.
I do. Yeah.
In your Volkswagen.
I like my travels.
Because she knew you already.
I met her. I had a cast on. You know, I had a cast on my arm.
Okay.
I got a picture of it.
A fake one?
It's his fake cast, yeah. He was like, let me show you my puppy.
Fun fact, that's how he used to hunt. I don't know if they kind of touched upon that, but I wish they did more.
Right.
So what he would do is he would have a fake cast on his arm, and he would have a giant luggage, and he would be near a college, and he'd be struggling to put the luggage in his car. A woman would walk over. You say, "Oh, like I hurt my arm. Can you just put the luggage in the car?"
Right.
So they're trying to be helpful. They put the luggage in the car. He hits him over the head with a crowbar because
he loves a good blunt object.
Yeah, and then he would do whatever with the body, which was
usually have sex with it.
He was a necrophiliac, which they didn't say at all.
They gloss over
that is not mentioned at all.
Not at all.
Maybe like one line. When they're talking about the investigation with the college girls.
They go over.
It was way worse.
Like they gloss over. Like here's the thing: so many of these serial killers, it's not so much the killing as much as they want to rape, and then the killing is a way for them to,
get that done.
Stop the case almost,
right.
or at least delay things. Obviously, they do take joy in the killing as well, as Bundy would admit.
Killing is my business. Business is good.
Yeah. He was
that's Megadeth.
He said he was the only person on earth with a PhD in serial killing. He said that himself.
And he did so the case he helped with was I just fucking had it. God damn it. The Green River killer. He was helping with like profiling, like talking about the psychology.
Wait,
yeah.
wasn't that
before him? Wasn't that
in October 1984?
Green River Killer went for a decent amount of time, I think.
Bundy contacted Keppel and Keppel's an FBI agent and offered to share his self-proclaimed expertise in serial killer psychology, and he helped give advice. And there you go. That kind of helped them profile him a bit. And like he would speak openly with some FBI agents eventually about,
Mhm.
how he is the way he is.
Right.
And I want to say this on the record, he's not that fucking handsome, right?
I don't see the appeal, but I'm also
Like-
a man.
No, but like I could look at Zac Efron and I could understand why girls would find him attractive.
Sure.
He's no Brad Pitt,
Yeah, I think
You
he's
know
like
what I
an
mean?
average looking dude.
but in the 70s,
That's all it took.
he might have been,
He's got that Davy Jones.
he has
look.
blue eyes, you know what I mean?
He has no mustache.
Does he have blue eyes? I don't know.
It's like Greg Lake on Love Beach.
Well, that's a fucking stud. On Love
So we see like their life together, their early life. And
yeah.
Well, he spends the night at the house and they don't have sex.
and he takes
And
care of the
every woman in the
child.
world falls in love right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then makes the kid breakfast.
exactly.
Yeah.
Up
Yeah.
father material.
Yeah.
Well, that's what sociopaths do. They trick you into believing that kind
And
of
the
shit, right?
the real woman, the real Liz.
According to her, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she
this is real.
basically was like right away, I was like plotting marriage and
Mhm.
like this is a catch. I am like the luckiest woman on earth.
Right. He's a law student.
Yeah. And he
Um,
wanted to like run for office and be like a politician.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had aspirations.
That
if
makes
he wasn't
sense.
a raging lunatic,
He'd
and
be the
murderous
president
psycho,
right now.
Yeah, he would have went far.
Fucking going to Bohemian Grove,
Yeah.
talking of owls of Minerva.
That was his mistake. That was his mistake.
He should have just waited.
He should have gone to politics 1st,
Mhm.
then do that because he would have been widely accepted.
And it'd be fun.
Yeah, it would. They do that all
John
the time.
Wayne Gacy, I'm pretty sure actually like won a like local
Yeah,
elections.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was like a staple of the community.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could cover that. You know what?
There's a
For
movie.
October, we'll do a Gacy movie.
Is that the clown guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was monstrous. Oh my
People like
God.
know about this stuff. I'm so in the dark with this. This is
You-
not in my wheelhouse.
You really need to know about that though, because people like that are out there, and you need to know the signs.
I guess.
That's why I
You
never
know
go
when
into
you're
the
gonna
same room
run
with him.
into serial killers.
You're at a table with one.
Who's the
every
third one
episode.
everybody knows about? Not the
Dahmer.
Night Stalker. Dahmer.
Well, he is the night. Well, no, that's Ramirez is the
Right.
Night Stalker.
Yeah,
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer, which
Jeffrey
Netflix
Dahmer.
did a thing about him too.
The Night Stalker guy, all the Mexicans beat the shit out of him in the street.
Oh, yeah,
That's how they
he's,
caught him?
That's how they caught him. Yeah, they found that
Mhm.
he got recognized on a bus.
It's like Training Day. Jeffrey Dahmer ain't got shit on me.
Not him, the Night Stalker.
Night Stalker is.
Yeah, but he's
Richard
talking about
Ramirez,
Jeffrey
yeah.
Dahmer. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So
I mean, the three of them are in my favorite episode of South Park.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
The Stooges.
The,
They're the Stooges.
the
The
Hell
three-
on Earth 2006.
it's Bundy, Dahmer,
yeah,
and
they do the Three Stooges parody.
It's
fucking
really
hysterical.
and they're like slicing
Yeah,
each other.
they gotta make the Ferrari cake.
You numbskulls.
Casey, stop having sex with all those dead bodies.
Is Bundy the Mo?
yeah, Ted's Mo. Dahmer's Larry.
That is so brilliant. That is so brilliant.
I do, and I was thinking about this during this. I feel like the age of the serial killer is over.
Why? Because of the tech, the
I think-
surveillance state we live in.
I think technology and for advancements in forensics have made it near impossible for a serial killer to exist.
Has there been a big one in our lifetime?
Not that like people will say like the
The Iceman.
the sniper.
The DC sniper.
People will count him. I don't personally count him
No.
as a serial killer.
Why? Because he's black.
No, because I feel like your typical serial killer are not just like shooters, you know?
Mm,
Typically they have other motives.
mm.
So
I mean, some people would count him as a serial killer. Me personally, he doesn't.
I think so. There's a killer, the Iceman.
Yeah,
But he's a hitman
He was
for
a
the
hitman
mob.
for the mob, but he was able to kill relentlessly without feeling or emotion.
But he wasn't killing regular people. It was like criminals.
It was
right?
paid. Yeah, it was paid for. But technically, isn't that serial killer?
That was a good movie too with fucking Michael Shannon.
Yeah, it's a good
Iceman.
movie.
Like, would you consider that? I wouldn't, but
I
like,
wouldn't.
because the psychology behind it doesn't match like a.
I think if you're doing it for money, you can't be considered a serial.
No,
killer.
you're a professional.
Yeah.
I
someone
Brian would know.
Someone to be respected.
yeah. You have standards.
you're not sloppy like these other people who are just doing it for the fun.
Yeah.
I would say the way I personally would view it is a serial killer is one or two people, because there have been some that have worked together.
Yeah, the more
Like
murderers.
Henry and Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Barbie doll killers.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
The fucking the Ramirez brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Were they serial killers? I thought they just killed their parents.
I'm pretty sure they have a couple of 3 kills. You're considered a serial killer.
Is that the number? It's
Yeah,
like becoming
that
an
is.
ace.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like you can't be like a spree shooter is not a serial
That's
killer.
a mass murderer.
Yeah.
But guns is serial killer, right?
Yeah, like the Son of Sam used to shoot people.
It's a shooter, but it's not a mass shooter. He's picking targets.
Right.
Yeah, I find what Son of Sam did, I think there's a level of intimacy with a serial killer where they're close. No, I'm serious.
No, I know you are, but the way you said it.
But like the sniper, like the DC sniper,
Seems very random.
Yeah.
it's very random, and it's like he's just kind of getting whoever he could get. Whereas like Son of Sam was it brunettes
I think
or
it was-
blondes?
I think it was blondes.
He's
Mhm.
specifically going after blonde
I
women
could be
Yeah.
wrong. I don't
and
know.
shooting them in their car, you know? So it's like, I feel like there's more a modus operandi.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
And like for Ted, it's like kind of just raping who
women.
he can on the side of a road.
Specifically young women.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
like John Wayne Gacy was like gay prostitutes.
boys.
Yeah, gay young boys.
Yep.
Mm.
Not always gay.
Is he the one who had like an Asian guy like enslaved and like put formaldehyde in his brain?
And the Asian escaped.
He escaped
The cops gave him back.
and he couldn't speak.
Yeah.
And the cops gave him
Because
back.
he was special, yeah. And he raped and killed him. Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty fucked
Yeah.
up.
Messed up. The cops just like handed him back to a serial killer.
Remember the dude with Amanda Berry in I think it was in Cleveland.
Well, a
or
lot of them
something?
have a man to bury.
Ba-dum-tsh. It was a guy, it was a Spanish guy, who locked up some girl in his basement for like 20 years.
Oh, the one, the ribs.
Yeah, he ate ribs with this dude. But
I
they didn't
ribbed
have a
with that
clue.
dude. Yeah.
Girl was in that house.
House.
She said, "Please
Let
help me get out." Dead giveaway.
Yeah. Fuck. What? I don't know that guy's name. He's not a serial killer.
No,
though.
I don't think he killed anyone. He just
abducted and raped
like
this
had
woman.
he like had kids with the fucking
Yeah.
girl. He
Kept
kept
her
her locked in a
locked up.
house.
Yeah.
So
It's a house of horrors, is what it is.
That song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Hood of Horrors. Remember Snoop
Snoop
Dogg?
Dogg's one of ours.
Yeah.
So now we get he's pulled over pretty early in the movie.
By James Hetfield.
James
Yeah.
Hetfield. Yeah.
Ooh,
What the fuck is James Hetfield doing in this
Well,
movie?
he knows about fuel and fire. He knows about speeding. So, you know, he could be a cop.
and he knows Ted Bundy rode the lightning.
He did. Yeah, that's true. All right, maybe he's more qualified than I thought to play Detective Hayward.
So there's like a metal song at one point in this. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like kind of almost Metallica sounding. I wonder if Hetfield did it.
I don't remember that part. I
wouldn't
remember
be
the music of the
surprising.
movie was very 70s.
There's one moment where it's like almost like a thrash metal style song.
Hmm.
And I took note of it. And then I saw afterwards it was Hetfield. I was like, huh.
You didn't recognize him?
I didn't recognize him, no.
Oh.
Because I think he was
Ooh.
I think he was clean shaven, if I
Yeah,
recall.
he
And
was.
that's what threw me off.
But he's a cop.
Yeah.
And this really happened.
Mhm.
Yep.
Detective Hayward was coming home from work, and Ted drove past his house with no lights on in his stupid fucking
Volkswagen.
Beetle. And he decided to follow him because he looked suspicious. He pulled him over, and he tried to run. I think he tried to like drive away.
Well, he tried to sweet talk him, you
Right.
know, like
He comes out, and
I'm
Ted had
a hatchet.
he had all
Crowbar.
kinds of stuff.
Gloves.
Yeah,
He had
gloves,
his
a
tools.
mask,
He had his tools.
and no
Yeah.
passenger seat in the car.
Yeah.
That's where he would keep like bodies.
Bodies, yeah.
Apparently, right before this, and this is not in the film. It's just it's talked about after the fact.
And this is a problem I have with the movie too.
There's a girl
Who got away?
who got away.
Mhm.
He
Serial
attacked-
killers and men, they all have that.
He
It's like a
attacked her.
hacky stand-up joke.
got her in the car, handcuffed her, hit her with a crowbar, I
Mhm.
believe. But he handcuffed her just together and didn't like attach her to anything.
Mhm.
So she was able to kind of
Get out.
jostle the lock and run away. And he was leaving. He had, I guess he was given up. And he told, this isn't in the movie, but he told the cops that he was at the movie theater that night watching Towering Inferno. You ever see that?
No, I've actually never seen that.
That's a good one.
That's Clint Eastwood, right?
I believe it's Charlton Heston.
Oh, that you're right. It is Heston.
Steve McQueen might be in it too, but it's one of those disaster movies like the Poseidon
From
Adventure.
the 70s. Yeah.
Earthquake. But the cop happened to drive by the movie theater that night, and Towering Inferno wasn't playing.
Okay.
So his story had some holes in it.
It's Paul Newman.
Paul Newman's in Towering Inferno?
Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, Faye Dunaway, William Holden, Fred Astaire.
No Heston.
No Heston.
Maybe he's in Earthquake.
He's in Earthquake.
Okay.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson's in it too.
OJ's in it, yeah.
Speaking of serial
Oh,
killers.
no way.
Well, no, he was one shy.
He's a mass murderer.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
only got 2.
Yeah. O.J. We're all
He was
disappointed.
right there.
Yeah.
It was right there.
Stopped at the goal line.
So,
Yeah, but that-
you've been pulled over in a similar
So what's your
situation.
beef with this whole thing?
Well, I just think it's like the woman who got away is so instrumental in actual like getting Ted caught and arrested.
Well, she fingers him
Exactly.
at the lineup.
But it's
Yeah.
like, how do you not? I know the movie is trying to be as unexploitative as possible. And it's like, you're doing that, and I understand that's your goal, but like, you're not showing any killers or murders, and there's no danger with that girl. Like, you could have had a scene where she's
It's vague in the movie, even like what happened.
Well, because it's from the
Exactly.
woman's point. It's from Liz's point, not,
Right.
not Bundy's.
I understand, but it's like,
So it's like, oh, look,
It's-
this is a person who's pointing out the person I love who is caring and kind, and his defense is like, this is not correct, and you kind of agree with it. It's like, yeah, how do you, the guys, you half saw this person, and, you know, that's why. It's not, you don't see any murders, you know, except one,
No.
one that is in Liz's mind that she's like, oh, I think that's how this went down.
yeah.
So, yeah, I understand why they do that. I understand why you have gripe with it too, but
Look, I also like exploitation movies.
black
So,
exploitation movies.
I do
specifically,
love black exploitation.
Yeah.
But like
They call them balls.
exactly.
Call them bugs. We can't say that word. It's so
Yeah,
bad.
we can't even say the name of the movie. But like, I don't know. I feel like
Just locked up the bank prison.
I feel like this movie could have benefited with a little more grit and a little more grind. But like you said, it's made for chicks.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to see the movie about the real Ted being brutal and like you're
Yes.
like disgusted.
But I think they wouldn't mind it either because they're obsessed
No.
with it before this. you
They're
know?
like they like the glossed over version of it.
Yes.
If it was like showing Ted like rape and murder people,
Suddenly it's uncomfortable.
it would be uncomfortable and it would be too real for them.
Mhm.
They like the fantasy.
They like the fantasy of being murdered. Right.
Oddly enough, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
Fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
They're all nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I can't watch I can watch Ted Bundy kill 1,000 people in a movie
Mhm.
and it won't bother me because I know it's fake.
Yeah.
I watch like one of those
It's
true
not fake.
in the movie.
Oh.
I watch one of those true crime documentaries and I get like disturbed
Me
and
too.
bothered. I can't watch
Me too.
them.
They love them.
But it's like in a movie, you could tell the same story. I understand the movie's fictional and like it's not going to bother me.
Yeah.
You
I don't know
know?
why that is.
Because one is fake, even though it's telling the real events.
Maybe
I know
we're still human.
I know that's fake. When I'm watching the true crime movie, it's like these are people's real pain.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I can't enjoy that.
I can enjoy when a bear eats a man, though, and then a German listens to
You
it.
must never listen to this. You must never show this to anybody.
Which is so weird too, because we could watch like war documentaries and be like, "This is awesome," but it's people just dying left and right. Like it should make you uncomfortable,
It does. On
what I
some
mean?
level, like,
but not as much as the other ones.
I'll tell you what.
Like you'll sit down and willingly
there's
watch those.
videos that come out of the current Ukraine conflict with
Oh, brutal.
drones flying into like dudes all by themselves in trenches and just like being blown up from the sky. It fucking disturbs me. I don't.
It should,
like it.
yeah. But
Yeah.
you'll watch a documentary about that any day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but you won't watch it for a serial killer. which
I don't like.
I think you should.
I don't like watching the real deal. You know.
Yeah, I don't. either.
We can talk about it. I
Yeah.
just don't want to watch the footage.
I think
Yeah.
it's important to watch stuff like that. Like, it's important to see
I
what
don't think
these
it
people
is.
do. No, because it teaches you to watch out for those kinds of things. You know.
Watch out.
You know, if
You
you
should
don't,
see-
if you've never heard of a serial killer and you get charmed by some lady in the bar, you don't know what's going on.
He's married. He would deserve it.
My wife's
you
gone all
cad.
the time. I don't know what she's doing out there. She swept me off my feet.
All right. There's a bunch of murders happening, right?
Mhm.
You see a police sketch. It looks exactly like your wife. And like it's
Like in this.
just like in this.
Okay.
It's flipped. You're like, holy shit, that's my wife.
Yeah.
Do you turn your wife in?
No, I join her. We're
Wow.
married. We're married, right? Like,
That's a brutal.
That's
question.
a brutal question, right?
you got to join her.
I don't think I would.
You wouldn't.
It depends who is she killing.
I don't know.
It's like, so I guess what would the
She
equivalent?
really is.
Well, you don't know it's your wife, but like she's like,
Oh, I'd have to figure it out.
well, what I'm saying is like she's been keeping like she's been keeping weird hours and like kind of like
Right.
it's like the exact Ted Bundy situation, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that'd have to be like a sitcom episode, Madcap Adventure to follow her.
Follow her.
Mad cat. It's a zoomer.
Well, could you also be like, it's so ridiculous, there's no way it's my wife. Let me tip them off just like
No,
for peace of mind.
no, I would never do that.
It depends who she's killing.
I'd have to find out.
Yeah.
It's like innocent people.
Oh,
I'd
if
have to-
it's innocent,
I'd have to be sure.
like if she's like vigilanteing, like if she's like I'm killing,
Oh, yeah, if she's
Killers.
killing like criminals.
like I'm in.
Well, if she's like the
let's
Punisher,
go.
yeah, it's fine.
yeah.
It's good.
But like I'm saying she's like doing like she's picking up dudes on the side of the road and like killing them. Like she's like pretending her car is broken
That
down.
would really make me mad.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy either.
Yeah.
I think I would turn my wife in.
I probably
saw the
wouldn't
sketch.
for fear.
Just from the sketch?
I probably wouldn't for fear of her finding out and getting me next.
I would have to.
I kind of keep it. I keep it on the wraps, and if she gets caught, oops.
What if it was the sketch of the leprechaun?
Well, then I would
Well,
be like,
I'd
oh, that
say
looks
yeah.
just like my
I'd say
wife.
yeah. Who else seen her?
No one has seen my wife. She looks just like the leprechaun sketch.
If you shine a light in its direction, he disappears.
It could be a crackhead who got hold of the wrong stuff. Which, if you're a crackhead, what wrong stuff are you getting a hold of? Like,
No,
Yeah, because you think it'd be crack would be enough.
it's just the worst thing you can have. What's worse than that?
It's the extra crack.
Yeah, super crack.
Yeah, like what?
I'll have the soup.
This scene bothered me. They sleep with each other. Well, he gets kicked out of a library, and
Well,
he's studying at home.
he's like, I'm home. You know, he gets bailed out and he gets to go home.
Well, this is before. This is
It flashes back, right?
Oh yeah, it flashes back. But they do have a sex scene in this somewhat, and they're like
It's such a-
breaking stuff all over
it's
the
such
house.
a tame sex scene. Well, it's meant to be like I think they're trying to show Ted's rougher tendencies in the movie, like he's ripping clothes off.
But they're both willingly breaking stuff. She drops a glass. They
They
shatter
are.
a lamp. They're breaking stuff together. Who does this?
they-
Only psychopaths do
Klingons.
this.
This is Dax and Wolf.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you're breaking something in that moment, don't trust that person.
Well,
Just-
me and my
that's
wife
just how
usually
it should
put
be.
on Limp Bizkit when it's time for the
Break
deed.
stuff.
We put break stuff on loop and just
Something to break.
and we just go nuts destroying the house.
breaking the kids' toys, ripping apart the
Just
stuffed
one of
animals.
those days.
That's fucking hot.
Yeah, right. What would your wife do if you're like, I got something that puts in the mood, and you just
And you
put
just
break
smash
stuff?
a plate.
no, you put on Limp,
That would be fucking wild.
and you put on a red.
You're putting on the nookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, call me Fred.
I think she'd go for it.
I've always wanted to live as
Go
Fred
for it.
Durst.
Call me
I
Durst.
want to fuck his Fred.
Durst is thirsty. Quench Durst's thirst.
So he proposes to her,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, is he doing this so she can't testify almost? You know, it's like, what is his ulterior motive here? That's what I was taking from it.
So it seems like he wants to have also what John Wayne Gacy would do, that normal life picture, right?
Well, it's a smoke screen for a lot of these guys.
Exactly. So it's like, oh, I'm getting married to this girl. She has a kid already. I'm a loving husband and father to this child. And now we're getting married. I'm a law student. It's the veil of, sanity, the mask of sanity that they're putting on, where what they're really doing is,
The Mask of Sanity.
that's actually, I'm not even
What
making.
band is that?
That's a song from
It is a
Children
song,
of
isn't it?
Children of Bodom. But it's real. That's not something I'm making up. You can look
Bodom
up
Beach
Mask
Terror.
of Sanity. That's where they got it from. So it's, that's his motive. It's I'm putting on this real front
Yeah.
to hide the fact of what I'm actually.
It's like, remember in Dexter, the Trinity Killer?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
A lot of
Same
serial killers there are some that are incapable of doing it because they're so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But like the ones who kind of are more successful are able to do this as a smokescreen.
Mrs. Lee.
They're more self-aware
Exactly.
of like what you have to do in society.
So, because a lot like Ted Bundy, like is not a dumb guy, you know?
smart guy.
No.
He's
Yeah.
intelligent. Like he did 2 prison escapes. You have some level of intelligence.
If he didn't go on the rampage, there's a good chance he wouldn't have got caught.
I would have loved for him to practice law in this courtroom. He went a different way.
Going a different way, partner.
You're a bit unorthodox, Mr. Gambini, but you're one hell of a trial lawyer.
I killed the girl. I
shot the clerk.
Wait a minute. What a wacky movie.
You're a dead man.
So now
Jerry Callow, Callo.
No. The grits.
the what?
No self-respecting Southerner uses instant grits.
So he gets
Yes.
the girl points him out of a lineup,
Yeah, he's caught.
and now we cut to
Paisley Joel Osment.
not yet. We cut to they're in like a dog kennel. They're gonna adopt a dog, and we're
Mhm.
introduced to
Oh,
Carol Ann,
yeah.
and it's like she's a weirdo, and
That's where they were when they ran into her? Was it
Yeah,
the dog place?
they were in
The
the
dog doesn't
dog
like him.
kennel.
It's a mean
no,
dog.
Always trust dogs, man. They know.
that the director said I put that in specifically for the audience to be like, you should always trust the dog. That's why the
Ah.
dog doesn't like him.
Okay.
It's true. Dogs they sense evil.
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 There was a good evil song, the one from Austin Powers 2.
Evil. Evil.
This is one.
I think that might have been from the
and
first one.
only name. No, it's 2.
It's from the second one?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think.
2 has more songs.
Maybe it's 3. I don't know.
It might be 3. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
No.
It's from the Austin Powers
The series, yeah.
Did you like 3?
Nobody liked 3.
Gold member's
Nobody
terrible.
liked 3.
Yeah, it stinks.
Wasn't there another one?
No,
No.
that's it for now.
What do you mean for
For
now? There's
now.
another one coming.
Mike Myers threatens one from time to time.
Maybe that's why I heard.
It's either that or Shrek 8.
Listen, don't you fucking knock
Yeah.
Shrek.
Love Guru 2.
Ugh.
So he's found guilty.
Aggravated kidnapping.
Yup. And it's March 1st, 1976, and Lilly Collins wants to visit.
Did we get the Emerson Lincoln Palmer montage yet?
Yes, he is.
Mhm.
Wait, not yet. It's coming.
He was.
So hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there in 1 second. So now a Colorado detective comes to Lilly Collins' house and is like, you need to talk with us about Ted. And she's like not believing him. And
Oh, the guy from Chicago?
yeah. And well, he gets
Oh, no, he's from Colorado.
He's extradited.
yeah, he gets extradited to
murder.
Colorado for
Right.
murder.
And his lawyer is like, I'm done with you. You're lying to me.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Yeah.
And now it's 1977, and Ted convinces Colorado to let him be co-counsel.
Yes.
This is true.
He's going to defend himself.
This is
Yeah.
true.
And he's like, I'm innocent. He talks to Lilly Collins, Elizabeth, about the book Papillon.
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 Papillon. Isn't that butterfly?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And, you know, apparently that book does not feature in her book. They just kind of made it up for the movie. For
He
like,
sends her a copy.
yeah.
He's really into it. He keeps talking about it.
He's facing the death penalty and he's found guilty. Or not yet. They at the sentence, like
The prosecutor wants the death penalty.
they decide that if he's found guilty, it will be the death penalty. And as he's being taken away, ELP plays Lucky Man.
Lucky Man. An extended like little scene too.
It's good.
When
They
ELP
play most of the song.
when it kicked on, what were you thinking?
I was like, oh shit. This is great. I just listened to this song like 2 days ago.
And
it's so weird in this movie.
He escapes the courtroom.
The music of the movie is very good. It's all of the time.
Very much of its time.
And it's like they're playing it with a sense of irony because he's being arrested.
He's not a lucky man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the song, the guy dies. A bullet had found him.
Well, he escapes the prison.
But he was lucky in life, right?
Well, he was born with a silver spoon, but then he went to war.
Yeah. He escapes the prison, but he's caught again.
Get him?
Get him? What's up? Oh, he needs his shoes.
Oh. Well, he's okay. So because he's counsel for himself, they let him use the library.
He has more leeway.
Yeah.
So you can read books and things.
And study, and have access to
And he
stuff.
waits till the guard is flirting with the girl in the courtroom. And he leaps out the window.
He also does press interviews, and they actually kind of duplicate real Bundy interview footage before he escapes. Like, and Efron nailed his mannerisms. Like, if you watch him Bundy speak, when he talks, he'll go like this a lot, like rubbing his nose. And Efron nails it when you watch the real footage.
This is interesting to me because it's not just a random jump out the window move.
No.
He had been playing this for some time and actually trained his ankles to make that jump. He jumps 2 stories.
Yeah.
Well, they show him training.
Right. He
He's
in his
jumping off
cell,
the
he would
bed.
jump off of like a cabinet in the bed to like strengthen his ankles.
Just do it over and over
So
again.
he makes the jump and then disappears into the town.
Changing clothes.
Some woman out on the street saw him jump and went inside and it's like, a guy just jumped out the window.
Yeah.
And the hunt was on, but he managed to like escape into the mountains, and he stayed out there for like a week before they picked him up again.
And I believe, I'm not sure. I thought he had another kill or 2 during this time period, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
So
Maybe.
he confessed to, I believe, 36 or 38 murders. But the authorities believe it was probably 100 or more.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, when you're killing fucking every week, you know.
Killing is his business.
Yeah.
He has 30 kills
Confirmed.
overall. Confirmed.
Like confessed 30, but they believe it was 100 or more. So a lot of the like you asked before earlier, like has he killed children or anything like that?
Probably.
There's a good chance, like if there's a missing kid or something in that area around that time,
That crossed, yeah.
he probably got them.
But it also seems like, honestly, it's just kind of it's honestly, this is fucked up. It's like the golden age of American serial killing.
The 70s.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a thing with serial killers. There's this book I read years ago. Steve actually made me read the book.
I did.
And it kind of is almost like the history of serial killing, right? And it's when I was writing the screenplay, I was doing this was like a big influence on me. It's like one of the things that needs to happen for almost serial killers to really like thrive is the society has to be functioning well enough where they have idle time. When people like are forced to like basically farm to live, you know what I mean? And you don't have downtime, you can't go out killing people. But when you have...
But why specifically the 70s, though? This is an economically bad time in the United States.
It is, but think of like the society for all at that time too is like the technology is the most advanced it's ever been, which is redundant because that's perpetual.
Always the case.
But...
Well, not always.
But, I mean, things have advanced to a point where there's at that time a lot of comfort and there's not the means to track people down and there's more and more free time.
Right.
And vehicles made substantial improvements around that time.
So you could travel
far.
easy.
I think there's something in the culture too. It's not just the cold mathematics of it all. I think
there's also a lot of
has something to do with like the satanic panic was right after that. You know? There's
yeah,
new philosophies coming out of the hippie movement. There's drugs, which, you know, say what you will. I think acid definitely contributed to a lot of this shit, like Charles Manson.
Here's the problem with that theory.
Mm-hmm.
You're not 100% wrong. Like murderers did come from that, but serial killers really didn't. And it's very like serial killers might be
They're
drawn
a specific
to that.
thing.
This is also the time of cults, you know.
But here's the thing about Bundy. When he was young, like a kid, what he would do, like, you know, when you bring your parents toys, you're like, oh, I want you, like, your kid brings you toys, right? Like, well, look what I have.
Mhm.
He would bring his parents knives.
Yeah,
Like,
as a kid, he was always
supposedly, like,
obsessed. Fucked up.
He was always he had a really good home life.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard that he had a good home life, but he was still a fucking
obsessed with
psycho kid,
like knives and
killing mice,
killing it. Yeah, so he was just drawn to that naturally.
There's just something where some people are wired that way. You know, he's also a
wanna
boomer.
kill,
There's
yeah.
a big population boom.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
so I think it's a lot of factors.
but also a generation that's known for having loose morals and fucking
Right, you're
being
sleeping around.
yeah.
You're sleeping around with strangers. Realistically, that's how he was getting away with it. You're going. A lot of these women would just go with a stranger who's handsome and charming.
That's what I'm saying. It's the culture is kind of there.
but it's not like it got.
lends to it.
It's not like it got. It's not because
I
obviously.
think there's a reason it happened then and not say the 90s.
Well, I think
Well, you had cell phones,
in the
internet, AIDS. Yeah.
I do think though that in the I just think that technology started to make it easier. Like you're starting to see more
track.
forensics.
Yeah.
It's and like
This is
surveillance
pre-forensics.
cameras. That's what I'm saying, which is why I think this is
Well, DNA. It's pre-DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Forensics is the wrong term because that always
Yeah.
is a fact.
when we say forensics, I
Yeah.
think people know what we're talking about. Like
I mean,
like
we can
hair
now,
follicles.
We
and
can
shit
now
like
find
that.
skin cells.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah,
Like-
it's to commit a crime and not leave any DNA
almost
is like
impossible.
fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's like, so I think
And your phone's
when you
tracking
think, like when you look at all the biggest American serial killers, because obviously you have like Harold Shipman in England, who's like a doctor who was just killing his patients.
Mhm.
That's like its own thing. But like when you think of like your classic American serial killer where they're doing rapes and murders, it's all kind of within this time period.
Oh yeah, same
But
thing in
isn't
Russia.
like the Black Dahlia in the 40s and shit. Like this isn't completely a phenomenon of the 70s. It's definitely-
There's
No.
always been serial killers,
Sure.
Yeah.
but I'm talking about the amount of them.
Yeah,
There
60s
definitely
and
seems to be a
70s.
boom.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like 60s and 70s were
Mhm.
the time for that.
Like the three biggest in American history: Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy,
Son of
Jeffrey
Sam.
It's all in
Dahmer.
there. Yeah.
Son of Sam's in there too.
And think about it, the 50s was a massive boom. You know,
Yeah,
everything got comfortable in the 50s. So in the 60s, if you're living comfortably, like you said,
Yeah, I think there's a lot of factors that lend to it, but it's just interesting. And I think it was worth talking about for a little bit.
definitely. I think most
Sure.
people don't know that.
Anyway.
Ted's doing Alcatraz shit.
Yeah,
Brother Ted.
He's carving out a tile
Yeah.
with a light and like timing it with a shower.
That seemed like it was too easy.
that is how he did it.
Yeah.
Well, this dude's smart. He's not stupid.
And he
Well,
had to
I
get
mean-
like real thin to do it. He was eating
Yeah.
half his
Yeah,
allotted meals.
and I think him being like kind of a more charming, eloquent speaker allowed him more leeway.
Right.
Like the guards are like, "Where's this fucking
He's not
guy?
a frothing at the mouth maniac.
We're not worried about this guy.
Mhm.
You know, he's not going to do anything. He's fine.
not going to kill us. 'cause
You
we're
can
not
have a
women.
conversation with him
Yeah.
and be like, "Come on, man. You know,
Mhm.
like relax." Like
You
could,
think so?
well, but obviously he's thinking other things. But you
Yeah,
can
right.
you can communicate with him.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
we haven't really talked about it, but he's been calling the girlfriend the whole time,
Yeah,
Yeah, which we're about. To.
pestering her.
constantly. Yeah.
Fat Haley Joel Osment.
Well, that's what I want to talk about. So
The
Haley
Sixth Sense kid who is now a fat man.
Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment.
What's his deal?
I remember. So when Tusk came out,
Well,
Tusk?
he's Jerry Thompson. That's who he's
Yeah.
playing in this. Jerry
Not a
Thompson.
real guy.
not a real guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of based on this guy Frank that
Mhm.
she like kind of had a relationship
I
with.
heard he was
from-
an amalgamation of several.
He's an
people.
amalgamation from several people, but there's also this guy
Men and
Frank.
women.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's this guy Frank that she met at AA that did stay in our house at points, and he's kind of most that guy, but he
Mhm.
is an amalgamation of other sources.
Mhm.
But when Tusk came out, he's in that. I took
The
my
Kevin Smith movie.
yeah, the Kevin Smith movie. I took my mom to see that with me.
Okay.
And
That's a movie about a man turning into a walrus.
Yeah.
It is
Haley
not,
Joel
it's
Osment
not
is
a
in it.
family movie.
And we're driving back, and she's like, Haley Joel Osment, he's so disturbing looking now. What
Disturbing.
happened to
He's
him?
just fat.
Just large.
Just a fat
large
guy.
with a big beard sometimes. He was in
He paid it
Silicon
forward.
Valley.
He
ate it
is in that.
forward.
He ate it forward.
But my mom goes, he looks like a Down syndrome.
A little bit. I can see it. I can see what she means.
So every time I see him from that,
Now he's Down syndrome, Joel Osment.
that's like what's in my head, and it's because of my mother.
Now, I don't know how real this next part is. Detective visits Liz and gives her a file of photos and says, like, call us if he comes back because he escaped. Because, like, you're an accomplice if you don't. And she says she doesn't open it for 10 years. I cannot imagine a detective handing somebody evidence.
That's fake. I
It's
mean,
gotta be
he
fake.
could duplicate photos, you know?
Even if you don't do that.
These are our only copy, man.
Hey,
Put it in your
listen,
hands.
We need
here's
those
a
back.
yeah, here's a copy of a severed torso, like they severed off the head. Just look at those for us, please. It's like,
You have a
Hold
kid.
on to him. Not even look at
yeah,
him.
just
Hold on.
this is for you.
You have a kid. If you want to, you know,
Right.
leave it out.
Leave
let,
it out.
let her get a good peek.
I don't think that's
Let her learn a
real.
lesson about why not to hitchhike.
Now, could it be real because of the desperation of this? Maybe, but I doubt it.
I don't think
You
that's
know,
real.
I don't think that's something that detectives do. If you're a detective, let us know if this is
Yeah,
this is
do you
okay.
usually just give people crime photos?
Just to convince them to go against this person.
So she left him, by the way. They officially broke up,
She can't do it. Yeah,
but he's still calling her and stuff. They're not together. Haley Joel Osment is sliding in there. He's like, hey, Lily Collins, you're a looker.
Eating a sandwich. How's your sandwich?
Yeah.
We're both lonely, you know what I mean? Like,
He's like, she's so hot, I'm willing to risk
Getting
Ted
murdered,
Bundy
yeah.
coming
Right,
to
yeah.
kill me.
Yeah.
well, he only kills women.
He's like, this woman is mentally like corrupted and fucked
broken.
up. This is my shot.
I'm a fat guy.
I'm a fat guy. This is my shot.
Yeah.
And you know what? It worked. Good for him.
And it's funny because I think the movie purposely juxtaposes like handsome Ted Bundy with
Yes.
his ripped abs
Yeah.
with fat
Fat-
Haley Joel Osment, like just this nothing of
This
a
is
man.
the safe move.
Yeah.
Don't be with Ted. And she's
Yeah.
always like, I want Ted.
She never forgets hot Ted.
Ted.
Not Ted, yeah.
As this fat guy sweating
fat
on
guy
top of her.
Gets fucking mentally cucked.
He gets pulled over again and he punches the cop in the stomach, which,
That happened.
you know,
Yeah.
yep. Insane.
In Florida.
In Florida now. Yeah.
Yep. Now he's in custody in Florida.
He's arrested. 2 sorority girls were killed. This is
Yeah.
real.
Yep.
And,
He
and
lost
another
his
one
shit.
was like beaten severely. Right?
Yeah, like he beat
Yeah.
the shit
So
out
this
of
is something
a
that
couple.
I've read about. I'm sure you did too.
Yeah.
When this is the moment when serial killers lose their grip.
Yep.
They usually have control of their like wants and their like initial instincts. Then it breaks. Like the mask slips and they just fucking go wild.
This is like
This is how
Just
most of
giving
them.
into the debauchery.
This is how most of them are caught, is giving in to those dark like.
And-
Stop being careful.
Yeah.
and he's at a point too where it's like the jig is up for him.
Right.
You know,
he's
he's
just gonna go.
He's been interviewed on TV. He's famous. People
Right.
know what he looks like.
And he's escaped from prison twice.
Exactly. It's like you're infamous.
Yeah.
Like you're FBI's
Right.
most wanted.
So
like
he's just gonna go nuts until they catch him.
Like if Ted wasn't a serial killer and he just wanted to get away, he could have tried to flee the country and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
mean. Like if
It's
that
like
didn't
he's
happen,
in Florida.
He
Uh-huh.
has to fucking kill people.
He has to kill
if
people.
he didn't kill people there, if he didn't kill those sorority girls, there's a good chance he would have gotten away and never get caught. Very good chance.
Yeah, if he could get to out of the country.
He was smart
He
enough
has a
to
better
figure
chance
it
than
out.
staying in Florida.
right.
You know? And going to Florida too is another mistake for him, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll talk about.
Well, because that's where John Malkovich is.
Yeah, and he don't fuck around.
No,
Yeah.
Malkovich.
John Cusack is in his body.
I was so happy seeing Malkovich in this.
He came out of nowhere.
So
I was like,
happy.
oh shit, this is Malkovich.
We've had Malkovich on the show like 5 times. It's always he just pops up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's Malkovich.
He gets a visit from Carol. So Carol's just like
Carol!
basically stalking Carol. I gotta talk to you about Pepe. I love Pepe Sylvia. I play like games, and if I name a character, I name it Pepe Sylvia. Like every time.
So Ted calls her again from Florida. He's like, hey, I've been arrested again. And she's like, leave me alone.
You're gonna hear some stuff. It's not true.
Yeah, don't believe any
Don't
of
believe
it.
any of it.
Now they got engaged. We didn't say that. But
We
yeah.
did. We mentioned it briefly.
Right.
Yeah.
And now the sheriff comes in and he's like, I'm going to fry
You're
you,
frying.
boy.
Yep.
And he brings him out, and this really happened, for a public indictment
Yes.
because the sheriff is up for
Well,
election.
they take pictures of his teeth first.
They do.
You got to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
They take pictures of his teeth and
The
all
sheriff
this.
is near.
Yep.
The sheriff is near. Yeah, the sheriff's near. He's up for re-election,
Yeah.
No, God, flap, damn
which is also brilliant on Bundy's part to play that like angle. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, the sheriff, look, they both, the sheriff is doing it 100% for a public
Yes.
thing.
And he makes a spectacle of it.
And Bundy is smart enough to recognize that and be
Right.
like, he's only indicting me
Yep.
for a spectacle. I didn't do any of this.
Uh-huh.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
So and that's real. That is
Mhm.
just how it happened. Now that
Very good acting on the part of Mr. Efron too in this. Scene.
nails it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Zac Efron is one of the most underrated actors working, and I think
It's because he's handsome.
because he's too handsome.
no, it's not because he's too handsome. I think he has a terrible agent.
Really?
I think his agent.
What was he in?
Wasn't it Disney stuff? No,
Well-
High School Musical.
He started in High School Musical,
Yeah.
which was huge.
Yeah.
And
He's
th-
that guy?
Yeah, he's that guy.
yeah.
He's Bryden Guillermo
Huh?
What?
from South Park.
Oh yeah.
I'm slappy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's him. I've never seen High School Musical.
Me neither.
We're too old,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm aware it exists.
Yeah.
But that was his big thing. And like, I had seen him do little things after that and stuff that I liked. Like there was this movie, Charlie Cloud or something like that, which I thought was good. But I always thought he was a really good actor, but he just got to the point where they started putting him in these fucking movies where it's like he's in the Bad Grandpa movie with Robert De Niro.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm your grandpa.
I'm a bad grandpa.
Yeah. And he was just in a bunch of like shit
Weird
comedies and
Yeah.
like bad roles. And I
Mhm.
think it hurt his career. Because like
And then his jaw fell off.
yeah. And now he has like a big jaw.
It's so crazy. Like, it's so fucking crazy.
What you don't know is he was replaced.
Oh, he was in Baywatch. In
My wife
2017.
showed us a before and after picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman. That's the movie that I lied
Yeah.
to the Russian girl about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I ever
Did you
tell-
ever tell that?
I don't know.
Tell it. I don't know if you told us.
I used to
Hysterical.
I used to date this Russian girl who didn't speak.
She was, like,
English very
from
well.
Russia.
Yes, and we went to the movies one day, and she's like, "I want to see Greatest Showman." So I go to the thing, and I looked at the poster. I was like, "I can't watch this. This is too fucking gay." So I went to the guy, and I got like tickets to some horror movie, and then I told her that The Greatest Showman was sold out, and we couldn't get in. So I got it for this instead.
Because she can't speak English.
And she don't know what's going on. So we watched some horrible ghost
Oh,
movie.
that's so funny. That's so good.
I want to know what horrible ghost movie.
I can't remember what it was.
Do you see what in 2022 Zac Efron was in a movie called The Greatest Beer Run Ever, and it's based on a true
I want to
story.
see that. Yeah.
It's based on a true story.
Yeah.
It's a war movie.
I know. I want to see that movie.
We got to watch this.
Beer Run?
The Greatest Beer Run Ever.
Is it Vietnam?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Vietnam, I believe.
So you know what? Maybe not this run, but next one will.
Soon, yeah.
The
All right.
war in Viet fucking Nam.
I also want to do Iron Claw, which he's in.
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
that?
we're gonna have a couple.
He
of
plays a wrestler, like based on a true story.
The Wrestler, starring Mickey Rourke.
Yeah,
So
no, he's not Mickey
apparently, this was the first nationally televised
see that again?
trial in
I
history,
only saw it once. Yep.
which is wild.
Again, it's that thing where technology has advanced. It's like people want to know.
Now everyone knows.
Courtroom
Yeah.
sketches aren't enough.
We need to have that constantly televised.
Well,
like,
there used to be court TV.
yeah,
Oh yeah, remember that?
we
And,
don't
like,
have it anymore.
Now, the OJ trial,
Changed the world.
Mm-hmm.
but was that shown on TV every day? Like, were you able to watch it? I was a
think
kid.
so. I think like you could watch the OJ trial as it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That messed up a lot, though.
It changed everything. It changed the way TV and like mass media works.
Uh huh.
Well, it's kind of what cable guy is, right?
Yeah, that's part.
A
Cable
part
Guy's
of it.
commenting on
Yeah.
it.
And this is kind of a precursor to that because this was huge.
Well, if you think about it, throughout all of time, all of human history, people have loved to watch public trials and public executions.
That's true.
Oh yeah, it was like a favorite pastime
know?
in some
Sure.
cultures.
It's like this is just the modern version of that.
Yeah.
Go watch a hanging at noon. Let's
Yeah,
go.
watch the sentencing of this guy.
Yeah.
And Ted is, he's getting female fans and all this, and he
Just like Mitri.
people.
We
don't know what
can't
the
even.
fuck-
We can't even try.
Trust
to do-
us, guys.
We can't even try to do. I
The
actually
Mitri
want that
story.
cut.
The Mitri story is coming at some point.
We're not okay.
Not right now.
Now, no.
There's nothing to tease.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
they don't know
it's
what
not-
the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. I'll cut all that. Hold on. So he actually calls the other girl now where he's like, well, I got the other bitch on standby. So.
Yeah. Well, she
Yeah.
followed him to Florida.
She's like, I want to move here.
I
with
love
you.
Madly in
I
love with you, Ted. Since I saw
very
you that day at the
disturbing.
dog pound.
Well, they used to work together at some like agency,
Yes.
so they were coworkers. Apparently, it looks like they had a thing. You know.
Carol Ann.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her last name?
Scheffler?
In reality, she was not that good looking. She was way better looking in this.
Yeah.
She was hot in this.
In fact, everyone in this
What a-
is way better.
What a
looking.
shocker that the
shocking.
movie cast good-looking people.
With she had the big glasses to make her less hot, though.
that
Carol
was a
Ann
thing.
Boone is the real.
Boom.
I think big glasses are coming back though.
It's a terrible look.
yeah, it is a
But
terrible.
it's coming
look.
back.
So now is the moment Ted knows he's fucked
When
because
Jim Parson is.
Sheldon is fucking
Oh
prosecuting
my
him.
God. Yes.
Jim Parson plays
Ichabod
Larry Simpson.
Cranes himself.
He plays Larry Simpson, the lead
He's
prosecutor.
second time he's popped
Second
up.
time he's been on our show. Sheldon,
Yeah.
the most unintimidating lawyer of all time.
I'm gonna fry you. That's my Sheldon. How was that?
That's good.
Yeah.
Nailed it. You're going down, Ted Bundy. Bazinga.
Sinker.
Penny.
And
Do you know rocket science?
I can't stand. This has happened to me multiple times. My wife does this.
Okay.
What you do?
When fucking people tell me, do you watch The Big Bang Theory? No, I don't watch The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
But it's like something you'd be into. Why would that be something I'm into? It's the worst
It's like
fucking
an
show
insult.
ever. It's so insulting.
You're a fucking idiot. You
Yeah.
would like this.
Right. Because they like I don't like comic books. Because they make Star Trek references. So what? That's not funny. It's the worst fucking show ever.
Can you tell the audience why you're actually more angry at this than you should? What's been happening on your feed? You're so
Oh,
because
months and months ago, young Sheldon popped up on my face.
clearly you're angry at something.
Like a reel. Like one of those things.
One reel, right?
You know what a reel is?
Yeah.
Like those little clips. I watched a young Sheldon clip. And now, nonstop for months, I'm bombarded with young Sheldon. I've never seen young Sheldon. I know everything that ever happened on that show. Bazinga. Fucking A. I know Georgie and Missy and George Sr. and Mima.
I have no clue what you're talking
Fuck,
This is another language.
young Sheldon is coming out my fucking ears. It just ended.
How upset were you?
You know what happened in the finale? I do.
But you never
They
watched the
killed the
episode.
father off.
Oh,
George
his father-
Sr. is dead.
They killed his dad.
Yeah.
But you never watched a single episode.
Never saw it in my life. Never saw the fucking show in my life. I know every beat, every plot line that happens on Young Sheldon. The fucking daughter played for the baseball team with all the boys. It was a big deal. The fucking son, Georgie, had a kid out of wedlock with a girl who's 10 years older than him. Fucking Young Sheldon was hanging out with the Grand Nagus.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Fucking
Sean Wallace Shawn?
Wallace Shawn, he's there.
Does he go to college
he's got
in the end?
There's a rival girl genius that he butts heads
Oh,
with.
he doesn't like the smart girl?
No, they don't. They can't get on. And then as she gets older,
Ant's mask is
as
slipping.
she gets older, ready? She becomes like a bad girl and becomes like she starts like stealing things in the Hot Topic. fucked up, dude.
And does Sheldon have to be like, you shouldn't steal?
Yes, they try to frame Sheldon.
How many clips did you watch?
Hundreds.
Why did you shut them off?
Because they're just always there. And now it's like, I'm invested now.
You know, a lot of
I know, Missy.
a lot of
That
a lot of serial killers have like a breaking point, and they'll kill based on that breaking point.
Yeah, Ant's gonna go. It's just like my car has broke down.
That's gonna be the trigger, and he's just gonna kill all rocket scientists in the area. Well, there's
Bazinga!
What about the time young Sheldon wanted to listen to the shuttle launch on the radio, and he invited everybody in the school over his house, but then nobody showed up, and he was all sad, and he was wondering, like, will I ever have friends? And then there's like a flash forward to the Big Bang Theory, where he's got fucking friends now.
he's gonna write Bazinga on the walls in blood, like the fucking Boston Strangler.
The Big Bang Killer. His signature calling mark, a Bazinga in blood on the walls.
My God, it's him again.
Can you name the Big Bang characters?
I don't know that one. I know
Oh,
fucking young Sheldon.
Sheldon.
You know the one that
Like
nobody knows.
the characters on that show aren't in Young Sheldon,
Except Sheldon.
except Sheldon.
You know what actually happened, right? Nobody watches Young Sheldon, but you clicked on the one clip and they're like, we got someone, bombard him. And you're being targeted. It's a
I'm being
psyop.
targeted for Young Sheldon.
Clearly, you know
So
a
were you
lot.
triggered when you saw old Sheldon pop up?
Yeah.
I saw him. I was like, here, well, this is a glimpse into the
I mean,
future.
you went this far. You might as well go into the Big Bang now. You went that far. Just get to the Big Bang
It's just
clips,
like your
and there you
wife
go.
said this today when we ate dinner.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was like, it's like you guys.
Yeah.
My skin
Yeah.
crawled. I gotta be honest.
It's not like you guys.
No.
I almost put the steak knife in my throat when she said that. It was
Like
very
every time I see something from the show, it's like them dressing up as the Flash
Yeah.
and like just being kind of gay all the time.
And there's
And-
what's her name? Ashley Kuko? Is that her name?
Kaylee Kuko?
Yeah.
Is that the woman?
Yeah.
Kaylee.
I'm the
yeah.
only one of us that likes comic books and nerd shit. And it's not my main personality.
Right.
It's not my
Right, yeah.
defining trait.
Right. It's
Being an asshole
Yours
is
is
my
Love
defining
Beach.
trait.
Your defining trait is Love Beach. It's the only shirt you wear.
So we're introduced to the judge, played by John Malkovich.
Malkovich, who loves making references to the state of Florida. He can't not. Every 3 seconds, he's like, this is the Sunshine State.
Sunshine.
So
We got Disney World here.
I found out
Sun
that a
shining.
lot of his dialogue, Malkovich,
from the real guy?
a lot of it Malkovich improvised.
Is that why he keeps saying, bless your heart? Because that's like a Southern thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
Southern.
think that's like
He's
a little
too
character
southern.
touch.
It's too southern. Florida's not that southern.
Sure it is.
Northern Florida,
You
maybe.
get rid of, once you leave Miami, that's what it's
Yeah.
like.
I don't know. I've been
Welcome
to a couple
to
places
Miami.
not that bad.
Miami.
Miami. So now it's the trial. There's girls in the court cheering for Ted,
Yeah,
which is real.
real.
He had like a supporter group.
Yeah, groupies.
Yeah. Serial killer groupies are a thing,
They are. Yeah.
which is fucking weird.
Very,
Charles Manson got married while he was in prison
very insane.
Ted Bundy fathers a kid while he's
In prison.
and gets married in the courtroom.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
real. He did
Yes.
When he's about to
So-
get sentenced to death.
that. So there's a moment where he like out lawyers Sheldon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there
Like
is.
he objects and Malkovich is like he's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
accepted.
You know?
He was a law student. He knew
Yeah.
his shit.
And now like it's looking bad for him and his mother shows up, Ted's mother.
They want him to take a plea deal
Like you got to plea.
because if you don't, you're gonna get the chair.
And his lawyer's like, you know, they go to the next day. He's like, I don't want a lawyer. I want to be my own lawyer. I fuck
He wants-
this guy.
Yeah, he wants to be his own head counsel.
And now is the moment that convicted him. They discover that his teeth marks match the bite marks on, the
girl's
ass of one of the victims.
Mhm.
He's an ass biter.
He's an ass biter.
Yeah.
He's an ass man.
And they replicated it like basically on leather and like cadavers, and it's like
Yes.
every time it matched.
This happened to a friend of mine. He was in a
the wrong
car.
license.
Okay.
He was in a car.
Yep.
And he saw the actor John Voight,
Ah, yes.
and John Voight bit him.
Right.
And he went to a party filled with dentists.
Remember when John Voight was in the Amazon?
snakes.
Snakes don't eat people.
Oh,
No.
But so he had a pencil from the car because it used to be John Voight's car,
Right.
and the bite marks matched
right.
John Voight.
between John Voight
Mm-hmm.
and
You know
The
who
pencil.
John Voight's daughter is?
Angelina Jolie,
That's right.
who made out with her brother on an award stage. It's very weird.
That's true. She was also in the music video for the Rolling Stones. On,
Which one?
Song of Bridges to Babylon. Fucking, oh my God.
Sunday Bloody Sunday.
No. I keep thinking Already Over Me, but it's not that. Has
Satisfied.
anybody seen My Baby?
Okay.
She's in the music video for that. Very hot.
She was.
She was extremely hot.
But at one point, her and Steve Buscemi looked exactly alike.
That's weird.
What?
Look
He's
it
the ugliest man in the world.
yeah, look it up. At one point, someone who was considered the hottest woman alive at one point, and the ugliest man alive at one point, they looked exactly alike when
You
they
ever
were
see
in
that-
like high school.
You ever see that movie Girl Interrupted?
No, did you?
Yeah.
Winona Ryder?
There's some bitch hiding like old chicken under a bed.
All right. Were you just saying that to be interrupting? Yep, look at that. That rare moment when they look exactly alike.
You can
Young
say it.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
weird. It's less that she looks worse. It's more that Buscemi looks younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
He hadn't been sucker punched on the streets of Manhattan
That's
yet.
right.
This is for Eli. Just punches
Oh,
him.
wow. Boardwalk Revenge.
Yeah.
You know who else got beat up on the streets of Manhattan? The guy who played Arnold Rothstein on Boardwalk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Manhattan's not the nicest place. It's just mean.
No man's land.
Yeah, it's a mean place.
They're going to get Mickey
So-
Doyle next.
Eli, how the fuck are you still not punched? So this is actually interesting. So I looked up the bite stuff.
Mhm.
It's been regarded as junk science,
Junk
Mhm.
science.
and the bite thing is no longer admissible. If this happened today, it's possible Ted would have been acquitted.
Why? Seems reasonable enough.
Apparently, new data and stuff has said that it actually doesn't align, and it's bullshit.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Interesting. Also, kind of makes no sense, but interesting.
So now, after that, after the teeth scene, he's in jail and he has sex behind a vending
Does
machine.
Andre Rand count as a serial killer?
Yes.
Yeah, he does. I think
100%.
he has 3. Yep. So he has a conjugal visit with the girl,
Mm-hmm. And Carol.
Carolyn.
Yep.
They
Ne-
bribed the guard.
Now, this
Yep.
actually happened,
Yeah.
but it was after the conviction.
Oh, really?
It was after the first conviction. He actually goes to trial 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
He fathers the child with her between the second and third conviction. We only see 2 trials in the movie.
So his kid is walking around today.
There is a Bundy on the streets, and it's not Kelly.
The Bundy bounds. The new Alante.
So, where are we?
We learned that Liz was the one who initially ratted him out. She
Yeah.
saw the drawing and called the police and said, "Hey, this is the man that looks like him. If you see him, pick him up."
Yep.
This is way back in 1969.
Mm-hmm.
2 girls went missing in
Where he
Seattle,
was.
where he was, and
Yeah.
the police put out a sketch of the guy, and she recognized him as Ted. So she told the police about him, and she was the first person to ever tip them off about him.
Yeah, and which they kind of disregard. They didn't really look into it too much. It was,
Obviously.
they just took down the
Yeah.
name. Also, like we mentioned before, he proposes to her in the courtroom in front of the judge
Mm-hmm.
because there's some Florida ruling that says if you do
Yeah.
this,
In front of a,
Under a certain
So-
circumstance, it's
You're-
legal.
if you're in front of like a court
Right.
And-
bailiff
yeah.
or some shit like that. I don't
And
know.
Malcolm is just forced to concede.
Then he's like,
yeah,
yeah,
he's right.
he's
Young-
right. They're
young-
married.
Not young. Old Sheldon is fucking like,
Pissed.
oh,
He's
fuck
like, this
you.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Which is right. He's right. It's ridiculous. It's a murder trial.
So they do their final statements.
Yeah.
You know, wrapping up the case.
Yeah.
And the girl is pregnant now.
And guilty on
And he's
all
found guilty on all
charges.
accounts.
Right.
And death penalty by electrocution.
Yep. Liz now gets sober.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's able to put everything
With
behind
the
her.
help of fat Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah. The judge says, the title of the movie.
Yeah. Which is great.
He's like, you would have been a good lawyer. I would have loved to see you practice law in my courtroom, even though he did.
And Bundy's crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is the judge like nice to him? He says nice things to him. I have no ill will towards you. I want you to know that.
He has to be indifferent in giving death penalty.
It's like, dude, you're a fucking horrific murderer.
Yeah.
And we just proved it.
Yeah.
Stop being nice to this guy. He's a shithead.
Well, I think it's for him because you're dealing death out, and he's taken
I
a higher
suppose.
road.
I
Like, hey,
suppose.
like I'm actually.
I wish I didn't have to kill you. You
Yeah.
went down this path.
They
Yeah,
brought his
this was
mom
your
in to make a
choice, yeah.
statement
And actually,
against the death
if you
penalty.
think about
which
it,
was
it's
real.
even more cruel what the judge does by almost attacking him emotionally on some level, being like, man, you were really smart and good. Like kind of lifting him up.
I don't know
before
if it
he
was
locks
lifting it
him
up.
away.
It's more like, hey, like you chose this path. You clearly had the wits to not do this.
Yeah.
So.
Now the movie cuts to 10 years later.
10 years after. Remember that, man?
No, I don't know that band.
Oh, too bad.
Did they hire a hitman?
I don't think so. No.
So Ted writes Liz. It's 1989.
Yeah.
And they confront
Great
each
year.
other. That was no, you weren't born that year.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, it was.
You were 89?
Yeah.
I'm 87. You're 88.
88.
He's 89.
Yeah.
I thought you were 90.
No.
Well, you're close because you're December 89, right?
Correct.
He might as well have been, and I might as
I
well.
got a
have been
nice
89.
2 weeks in the 80s.
Okay.
It's pretty sick.
You got
It
to
was a
just,
great time.
You dipped your toe in.
Yeah.
I got a couple of months.
Yeah, So they finally confront each other, and she wants him to confess,
Liz, yeah,
Liz, and he's like,
and he's
I'm
refusing.
not confessing.
He's like, I'm not. Nope, not doing it.
Won't do it. He's like, she shows him the picture of the cut off head,
Yeah.
and he just writes hacksaw. Now, in reality,
Mhm.
there was no in-person meeting. They did speak on the phone, and he did confess everything. He told her that he did try to kill her once.
How
Did
do
you know
fuck
that?
up? No, I didn't know that.
So obviously, he's not dumb. If you kill your girlfriend, you're the number one suspect.
Mhm.
She was sleeping one day next to their fireplace, and he closed the thing that lets the smoke out,
Mm-hmm.
and he stuffed towels under the door. And he tried
Suffocator.
to fill up the room with smoke when he went out, hoping he would come back
Yeah.
and she would be dead.
My girlfriend tried. My wife
Tried to
do
kill you
that.
once?
Yeah, twice. Once when we were. Oh yeah, twice. Tried to kill me twice.
Like that?
Similar.
What'd she do?
One day, she's gonna love it if she hears this. One day, I am napping. She left the house. That's when they do it.
Yep.
And I wake up and I can't breathe. I'm like really like hyperventilating, kind of can't breathe, and it wasn't like any health issue. It was very hot in my apartment, and she put the heat onto 103. It was 95 degrees in my apartment.
Why the fuck would you put the heat to
She
103?
tried to fucking kill me.
But what was the reason she gave after?
She said I didn't do that. It must have malfunctioned.
Steve
I
has a
said-
ghost.
I said, "There's no fucking way you tried to kill me." And then another day.
Wait, why
now
does
we're
his-
married. That was
Wait,
that was
why
before
does
we were
your
married.
heat go up to 103?
It's an electric. It's an electric one.
But
that you
like,
just put it up.
isn't that insanely hot?
Dude, it was
boiling, fast
fucking
boiling.
Yeah.
insane.
Water could not exist in
Yeah,
that
it was
fucking
insane.
temperature.
It was,
Be
I
vaporized.
had to run around and open all the windows to get air in. Otherwise, I felt like I was gonna faint. I'm like, I'm faint now. I'm not making it. And then another day, she goes out and I'm working because I work.
Yeah.
And she leaves the house. And
Why is this
I'm
always
like,
happening? I did this to you once too.
You almost killed me too. Yeah. I smell gas in the house, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why do I smell? I have a gas leak. I gotta get the fuck out of here. The fucking stove was turned on, and it was just pouring gas to the apartment. It filled the whole apartment, and I had to run around and open windows up.
you almost got carbon monoxided.
Yeah. Well, no. Even if I accidentally,
Lit a
just by
match.
Steve's
accident,
like, I want to smoke.
touched a doorknob and it fucking like had a static shock, I was dead. I was dead. And it was just so happened when she left the house, and then she came back like, oh. My bad.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to.
She's trying to kill
Yeah.
me. You tried suffocating me in a fucking car where children die all the time.
I treated you like a fucking mangy dog.
I'm glad you admit
Well,
it.
you got to tell the story.
What? This is what I went
You
to.
had to go to
I was
college.
going to college.
You had to pick up some papers.
No, I had to like go to counseling because
Yeah.
they used to make you do that to like register for classes,
Mhm.
and you decided to come with me. But on the way to the college, you fell asleep in the car. So I just left him there.
He didn't even open the window. It was like it was the summer.
Yeah.
So I wake up, everything's fogged. I can't breathe. I'm like, where the fuck's that? The door's locked. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die in here. So I have to like pry open the lock and open the door. The alarm goes off. Now I get out and go, and he comes out like, what's going on? I'm like, you're trying to fucking kill me.
He's standing in the parking lot, the alarm's blared, and he's like, oh, I'm dying.
And he's like, no, you're not.
I'm like, calm down.
No, I was dying. You don't get it. Human beings die from that. At least crack open a window. Wake me up. Hey, we're here. Come inside with me. At least you didn't wake me up. That was very nice.
I can't believe you slept like through me leaving. How tired were you?
Oh, bro,
Sleepy Steve.
I used to never sleep, so I finally get a chance.
I'm a big proponent of car sleeping.
Oh, yeah?
Like when I drive with my daughter, if she falls asleep in the car,
You do too, and then
I do. I'll actually I'll pull into a parking lot and I'll just throw the seat back and fucking nap for like an hour. Yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Do you leave a window open so you don't die?
Well, I leave the car running.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But anyway, so he also was physically violent with her at times.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never too bad, where it's dangerous, but he did smack her once or twice. He tried to murder her with the fire and the smoke.
Yeah.
And he admitted that he wanted to kill her several times, you know?
That's Liz, not Carol.
Yeah. Liz, yeah. And in the movie, he's I never would have hurt you. They play him way more sympathetic in the movie. In real life, he's yeah, I wanted to hurt you. I was just trying to figure out how.
Yeah. But Carol was the one who was in love with him till the end, right?
Well, she had
something like that. You said he did something the last 2 months or something before he died.
So after the first conviction,
mm-hmm.
he has a baby with her.
Yeah.
Right? In between. The second time he went to jail for a conviction was for the one of the girl he killed. I believe her name was Kelly Leach, which they mentioned throughout the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last one.
In relation to Robin Leach.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Here we have Ted Bundy in his 4x6 cell. Anyway, so Kelly Leach, he was found innocent. So the girl, Carol Ann, she believed that he was innocent forever. And when he eventually started confessing to his crimes within the last 2 or 3 years of his life or whatever it is, she got disgusted with him and wanted nothing to do with him anymore.
Yeah.
She felt betrayed.
Well, she thought he was she thought he was innocent. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, when he started confessing, the reason why I don't know why they didn't put this in, but he started detailing where the bodies were. To the detectives, and they found the bodies. So it's clearly he's the one who put them there. He's not a fucking.
He started doing this to buy time to save his life, because every time he does one of these, it's another extension. And it's oh, we found one.
Right.
I'll say another one. You know, and it just is extending his life every little bit.
Yeah.
And like I said, eventually he did consult on the Green River Killer. And which was an inspiration for Hannibal Lecter, I believe.
Yeah.
And eventually he was put to the chair.
Yep.
And he rode the lightning.
Good. Took too long. I dislike.
And then the movie shows the real footage.
And it's spot on. It's really so accurate.
Yeah.
I hate the fact they did not mention that he was a necrophiliac. I hate the fact they didn't mention that, because that's a huge part in this.
It is referenced once, but it's literally one line of dialogue.
It's oh, we think he may have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you said, it's the chick version.
Right.
Because he was digging up these bodies. He would go back and dig them up and have his way with them for a while until they were completely decomposed.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to Red's mother.
Hey, Red.
Yeah. Right.
I dug up a skeleton and I fucked her.
For all we know, that might have been Bundy doing it.
Bundy was in the jerky.
Bundy is the two-ball guy. Oh my god.
Oh, that makes it way darker
Your
now.
friends, they ratted you
They
out.
ratted you out.
Oh, it is a Metallica song featured in the movie.
Really?
The Four Horsemen from
Oh.
Kill 'Em All is in
Oh,
the movie.
It's in the movie?
Yeah,
How did I not
that's
catch
the
that?
like thrash song. Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
recognize
shit.
it, but
Good call. What do we rate this? I think I gave it a high rating. I liked it.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I gave it an 8 out of 10.
okay.
I think this was like a good perspective, very accurate.
I don't
for
think
the
it's-
most part, but
it's 8 worthy.
I think it was different. It was from you don't see something like this.
I'll give it a 7.
That's good. I like that.
I'm right with Ant. It's a 7.
Mhm.
To me, it didn't give
Me, it looked like a leprechaun to me.
it exactly what I was going to say. I thought this movie was a leprechaun. I'm the dumbest motherfucker ever. I thought this movie was a leprechaun.
Leprechaun 6.
I have it on. I'm screaming at my wife, Allie, I found a leprechaun.
Who else see the leprechaun say yeah?
Amazing clip.
But so to me, I feel the movie does not make you have enough hate to Ted Bundy
True.
like you should.
Yes.
And that is a problem
Yeah.
with the movie.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't romanticize him, but it also
it
doesn't
does kind of romanticize.
It does, yeah, a little bit.
slightly
By cleaning him up, it romanticizes
it cleans him up a
Mhm.
bit, but it also like I mean they do say he did the things he did and like these were real things that like
Yes.
he said and did. But I think by not showing his utter brutal savagery and the evil deeds he actually did, you are cutting the impact of the movie. And I get that like I'm also a horror fan and I love like
Mhm.
exploitation and gore and shit. I understand that. I'm fucking
I don't think that was the movie they were trying to make, and it doesn't
It's
really
not.
need that.
It's
I think
But
it-
you do need to. It needs to be more definitive. You know, like
well, it wasn't definitive for
her.
her.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
I really. It's a style choice, and I don't think it's really a problem.
well, it's based on a book and it's from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're trying to not make it exploitative. Like I said, I would
I
have
think they did it
preferred.
justice.
I would have preferred a bit more exploitation to see like how fucking evil Ted Bundy is.
Yeah.
And like to be disgusted. You know.
Yeah.
I prefer, even though this is a better movie than the other Ted Bundy movie.
Mhm.
This is a much better movie, but I prefer that one because I think it's sleazier.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna
Sleazy.
give this one a 7.
Respectable.
It's a good movie.
I think that like I didn't read the book, so I can't say too much about
it's out of print.
that. But I assume
Yeah.
this did
Good
it
luck
some-
reading it.
Yeah, I can't read. I assume this did it some justice from her perspective. At least that's what I feel like.
For the most part, there's a lot. Like I think we named everything that's inaccurate as far as
Yeah.
like her book goes.
And it's
And
not too far. You know, it's here and there.
It's
But
the tone is right.
yeah. Anyway, that's it. Okay.
What is this called again?
Oh God, extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile.
Ugh, get a fucking new name.
That's what my shits are like.
What's the name of the book?
Her book is called The Pale
All
Prince, I
right.
think.
Um,
The Phantom Prince.
Okay, that's a better name.
Yeah.
this is I gotta say, this is extremely bad.
Okay.
Shockingly amateur and just a vile piece of art. I think you would agree with me. I know what it is.
You know what it is.
It's Ted Bundy outside of the car with a blunt object and a woman next to it. That's how he would catch his
Yeah.
victims.
yeah.
You nailed that.
Yeah. He has the crowbar in his hand.
I like that the wheels of the car are actually spokes of a wagon.
yeah. Okay,
They're
listen.
not car wheels.
The Cybertruck did not exist yet.
Yeah.
It's a Volkswagen. You drew a Cybertruck, and that might just be a little thing in your own head.
It's a
Like,
cyber.
do you
it's
want a
a Cybertruck
Cybertruck?
that's
I
on the
do want one.
Oregon
Yeah.
Trail for some
That's
reason.
it.
It was modded out.
And it looks like he ran her over or whatever.
Well, she's under it. You know, he
Yeah.
just hit her.
But I understand what it is. That's a work of art. You know, it's still art. We have to admit that.
Has James Hetfield ever been in another movie? Why the fuck is he in this?
It's a weird choice, right?
I think there's just some,
He does it. I mean, I don't have a problem with anything.
There's
he
a
did.
He's
weird,
fine.
Yeah.
like weird fucking serial killer, like fanaticism. There really is.
You think James is into this?
I think he may be into
He
serial
might be.
killers. Yeah. I mean, he grew up like around when that was happening, right?
He was in Metallica when this was happening.
So
when he died anyway.
This is the only movie
James Hetfield's ever been.
where he plays someone other than himself.
Oh, some kind of monster, of course.
yeah,
Like he's in like
Fat
documentaries and
Gold.
stuff. He plays himself in a movie called The Darwin Awards.
so he must just really love.
He's in a
serial
movie
killers.
coming out called The Thickest, which is a Western.
That's about girls with big asses.
Yeah.
It's about writing the song Anaconda.
The Nicki Minaj story.
How she made Anaconda.
Apparently he did voices on Metalocalypse. Did you know that?
He's the troll
that makes
in
sense.
the troll episode. He just roars.
Really?
Yeah. It's like when they made George Clooney the dog on South Park.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
But that's
Yeah,
it.
That's it. That's our movie.
Ooh.
That's a review.
Ooh.
Dun, dun.
All right, what's the best Metallica song?
Wow. Song or album? Song.
Song. Oh, we got to pick a song that accompanies this.
Blackened. No, Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
Ride the Lightning. Is
Yeah.
is a good one. He rode the lightning. All right. That's a great song too.
I like Blackened. That's my favorite Metallica song.
Is it?
Yeah. You know what's a great song though? Off Load. I watched a documentary about Load the other day.
Okay.
Bleeding Me. I always like that song.
Okay.
It's kind of a deeper track.
I like Reload
Deeper
better
cut.
than Load.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's a toss up for me. Two tracks come to mind.
What?
For Whom the Bell Tolls. And we're forgetting. I know it's bad to say, but one.
One is a great track.
That's a hack pick.
That's not. That's why I said it's bad to say.
I like
but-
Unforgiven a lot.
Let's be honest. That song kicks a lot of ass.
Yeah, it does. It does.
We just heard it a million times.
I think Master of Puppets is my favorite.
That's a good
It's
one.
great.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
it kicks ass.
All
All right. You guys want to say bye?
Bye. Thank you for everything you do.
All the funny
it.
things you do, America.
Listen to metal.
America, this is you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Star.
You don't know
Never
the lyrics.
know. Could be a star tonight. So let that camera roll.
Do you think they ever got snuff films? Do you think? Do you think
Bob
like
Saget.
like they're sitting down here? We got to review the tapes. They put one in, and it's just murder, and it's like, well,
Someone with a knife. Like,
Yeah,
pointing
What
at
the fuck happened to Bob Saget?
what do
He
mean?
died.
He died. Yeah.
No, he didn't just die.
What?
He like had his head bludgeoned against a bed or something. Like by
Well, he was doing a
prostitutes.
risky business.
I think there was like
slide.
prostitutes involved and shit. Like he died under mysterious circumstance.
Wasn't he
probably.
doing drugs?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
He was definitely a questionable character. You know.
He had like really raunchy comedy apparently.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
You never heard any of his comedy?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah.
It was like-
it was up there.
It was like the thing that like because he was so famous for being a
I'm
dad.
America's
Mhm.
Dad. He does the exact opposite.
And then like he does the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like he had a famous aristocrats joke.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
we look up how he died?
Bob
real
Saget.
quick?
Yeah.
I will tell you how he lived.
Handing me a rail of cocaine. I'll tell you how he
Yeah,
lived.
that's how he lived.
That's how he lived.
Bob Saget.
Well, I mean, it's just
The
general.
authorities said they found no evidence of a struggle, any type
Oh.
of foul play, or anyone else that was in the room at any time during his stay.
Oh,
He was lying on his back on the right side of the bed,
Yeah.
partially covered by the sheet and bedspread, with his left arm loosely lying across his
Well, this is
torso
detailed.
and his right arm by his side. There were no blood or bodily fluids. He probably overdosed or had a
Yeah,
heart
sounds-
attack.
why am I
Yeah.
so wrong?
I don't know where
don't
you
know.
got that from.
I don't know
but
where I got that from either.
Maybe you're thinking of someone else.
They found a fracture.
Did
at
you
the
do
base of-
something?
They found a fracture at the base of Mr. Saget's skull, the evidence of bleeding around around the brain, and demonstrated the transfer of force that broke the orbital bones at the front of the skull. Orbital bones, for those that don't know, that's your eye socket.
Yeah.
All right. So he probably did drugs, slipped,
He
hit his
fell,
head, and
hit his-
laid down and fucking
The
died.
autopsy concluded the skull fractures were from an unwitnessed fall backwards
Yeah.
and impact with the posterior aspect of his head.
Wow.
So he died.
So he
from
fell
internal
backwards and
bleeding.
cracked his head open?
Yeah. Seems like that happens a lot.
That's a whoopsie.
That's a whoopsie. Just like,
Something like
Do you
that.
think his family regrets not filming it for AFV?
Jesus
Ah,
Christ.
yeah, that would have been huge.
God,
Would have been the video of the century.
That's so dark.
Do you think
That's like what happened to the OxyClean guy.
Billy Mays?
The
Yeah.
whitest kid you know guy.
Trevor?
They all just fall on drugs.
Trevor got drunk and fell off like
Fell off like a
railing,
balcony, yeah. But that seems like a common theme is people just fall and die.
Mm.
People
OxyClean
be
guy had
falling.
like luggage fall on him on an airplane.
Really? That's what Billy Mays
I'm
went?
pretty sure. Yeah,
That's
like
wild.
he had some kind of like concussion or something.
Do you think we could get listeners to send us videos of them falling and we could do an AFV style thing?
Accidentally get like a
Posted by-
No, because
suicide.
I don't want to see people get killed
Yeah,
by falling backwards
yeah.
and cracking their skulls open like Bob Saget.
Well, if
Yeah, I
you
don't
look,
want- I don't want
if
that.
you fell and like you're alive to tell the tale, or you have like a funny wedding hijink, send it. Maybe we'll do an reviewing history's funniest
Can you use-
videos.
please
Can
don't
you do the
send
stupid
those.
voice?
Please
Yeah,
don't.
we're gonna do stupid voices.
Please don't send those. Please don't send those.
You guys want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
I think we did already.
Yeah.
We kind of did.
Oh, I
We're
don't
just
know.
kind of winging it.
All right. I want to give a big thank you to everybody listening and or watching. I want to give a big thank you to Tom, Steve, Dave, Brian, Will Q, get him, letting us record down in the studio.
And thank
We
you to
greatly
Bundy for
appreciate it.
allowing us to do this episode.
Yeah, thanks for killing all those people, Ted. It gave us content, which is really what's important, not the sanctity of life. Thank you, everybody listening, watching. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, spread the good word.
What's a good word?
Go to reviewinghistorypod.com.
What is with the good word?
I don't know. It's my
Twice.
thing today. Go to reviewinghistorypod.com, buy some merch, check us out. Follow us on all social media, Review History Pod on Twitter, Reviewing History Pod
Yes.
everywhere else.
What are you doing? What are you
What-
doing?
Hey, Georgie, what's up?
Young Sheldon clip.
Oh my God, this is young Sheldon?
I've asked you out a bunch.
Oh, he wasn't kidding.
Clear you weren't interested.
George is
Nobody
try
can
to-
see.
No,
nobody can see this. Continue. Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't. I'm gonna shut his mic off. Go ahead. All right, we're good.
You have to send me that clip so I can put it up when you do
Yeah,
this.
his mic's off. The clip's gone already. He's never gonna get it again. Nobody can hear what he's saying. Nobody can hear you.
Never looked.
Nobody can hear him. He's trying. They're gonna hear faint. If
I've never looked one up.
he doesn't get it. All right, I guess I gotta turn him back on. All right, you're back on.
Why would you turn me off? What the fuck's wrong
You're
with you?
blasting young Sheldon in the mic.
This fucking guy. He has no idea how shows work.
Bazinga! It's just like the Big Bang.
You guys.
Our Review History Pod on Twitter, Reviewing History Pod everywhere else. Follow me personally on all social media at Brian Rupert. That's with 2 P's. Follow me on Letterboxd at Rank Review every single movie I watch, even the ones in my personal life. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.